The subway screeched into the station, its rusty doors groaning open. New York City was loud as always, but that day, one sound cut through the chaos. A baby's cry. Sharp. Relentless. Heartbreaking. People shifted uncomfortably in their seats, annoyed. Some rolled their eyes, others slipped on headphones. But one man sat frozen, listening. That man was Daniel Carter, a struggling single dad who knew that cry too well. It was the kind of desperate wail his own daughter used to make in the nights after his wife passed away. It wasn't just noise. It was a scream for comfort, for warmth, for love. Daniel looked across the train, and his heart clenched. A young mother sat there, dressed in an expensive tailored coat, diamond earrings flashing under the harsh fluorescent lights. She looked completely out of place in the grimy subway car. And in her arms, a baby girl wailed uncontrollably, her tiny face red and scrunched from exhaustion. The mother tried everything, rocking, whispering, bouncing. Nothing worked. Her polished appearance was cracking, her face flushed with panic. And everyone else? They just looked away. Daniel's hands tightened around his worn backpack. He knew what people saw when they looked at him: a man in an old army jacket, calloused hands, tired eyes, a subway pass instead of a luxury car. But he also knew babies. He had raised his daughter, Emily, alone since she was 2. He knew that sometimes a baby didn't need toys or gadgets. Sometimes they just needed to feel safe. The baby's cries grew louder, echoing off the steel walls. The mother's lips trembled. She looked like she was about to break. And then Daniel did something unthinkable. Something no one else dared. He stood up and walked toward her. "Ma'am," he said softly, his voice carrying a gentleness that surprised even him. "May I help?" The mother looked up, startled. The train fell quiet, everyone watching. A stranger? Offering to hold her baby? Her instincts screamed caution. But something in Daniel's tired, fatherly eyes told her this wasn't danger. This was empathy. Hesitantly, she nodded. Daniel carefully took the crying baby into his arms. Instantly, his body remembered how to cradle the head, how to sway with rhythm, how to hum low and steady. He whispered the same tune he used to sing to Emily when the nights were long and lonely. A tune born not of wealth, but of love. And just like that, the baby stopped crying. The entire subway car froze. The crying that had pierced everyone's ears for 20 minutes, silenced. The baby snuggled into Daniel's chest, her tiny fist gripping the fabric of his old jacket. Her breathing slowed. She was calm. Safe. The young mother gasped, covering her mouth with trembling hands. Tears filled her eyes, not from embarrassment this time, but from relief. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice breaking. I couldn't, nothing worked." Daniel just smiled faintly. "Sometimes, babies just need to feel a heartbeat." The train rattled on, but inside that car, something profound had shifted. Daniel gently rocked the baby, his eyes far away, remembering Emily as a toddler. Back when he was broke, grieving, and terrified he wasn't enough. But moments like this reminded him, love was always enough. The mother studied him closely. She noticed the wear on his clothes, the scars on his hands. He looked like a man who had carried heavy burdens, yet held her baby as if she were made of glass. "I should introduce myself," she said, still shaky. "I'm Claire Whitmore." The name clicked for some passengers. Claire Whitmore, the tech millionaire, co-founder of one of the biggest companies in the city. She had everything money could buy. And yet here she was, helpless on a subway, saved by a stranger with nothing. As the train neared the next station, Claire reached for her daughter. But the baby whimpered, refusing to leave Daniel's arms. For a brief moment, Claire's walls came down. She admitted something she had never said out loud. "I'm a single mom too," she confessed softly. "My husband left before she was born. I have nannies, doctors, everything money can offer. But none of them can do what you just did." Daniel handed the baby back gently, his eyes kind. Money can't buy what babies need most: love, patience, a steady hand when the world feels too loud. The words struck Claire deeper than she expected. She wasn't used to being vulnerable, but this stranger had reminded her of something simple, something priceless. When Daniel sat back down, something unusual happened. The other passengers, who had been annoyed, impatient, and judgmental moments